char flavor from the grill adds a little something to my hoisin sauce. Now, this has been marinating for about 30 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time. I don't want to let it go too much, or else the sugar from the hoisin sauce will seep too much into the meat and it'll burn on the grill. Let me get those going. Based with some of our hoisin sauce. Amazing. Time to play with our obedient ingredient. Our lychee, we're gonna use for sweet and sour lychee topping. I'm just gonna tear these in half so that they're a little bit smaller and they'll fit on the fork. So every bite, you get some lychee. Definitely wanna save this juice. So I'm gonna put this back into here. Grab my onion. I'm gonna peel off my petals and show you a quick way to do a julienne. Trim that in half. Now I have a nice flat surface to work with, and it becomes really easy to slice it really thin. It's very important that you're safe when you're working with a knife. So I curl back my fingers and make sure I'm always working with a flat surface. If you don't want your onions to bite you back, you gotta shock it in water. It'll help to take a little bit of the sharpness off of the onion, as well as keep them nice and crisp. Just checking our pork chops. It smells great. Beautiful. That's charring up really nice. Getting a lot of really beautiful grill marks. And with the sweetness of the hoisin sauce against the flavor of that char, it's a perfect balance. Get a pan to play with my obedient ingredient. In my wall of spice, sesame seeds are a staple. I want to toast these so it brings out the nuttiness. Now, sesame seeds are one of the first seeds that humans used to extract oil from. Get my obedient ingredient. Watch those sizzle in the pan. Ah, sesame seeds jumping all over the place like jumping beans. I want to add a little bit of my rice wine vinegar. Turn this up a bit so they can start to reduce really quickly, and the vinegar will seep into the lychee. Beautiful. You want to transfer your onions out. I'm gonna add my onions at the last minute so they stay nice and crisp. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a season just to help bump up all of those flavors. So I get the sweetness of the lychee, a little bit of that sharpness from the rice wine vinegar, and the onions are still staying nice and crisp. Perfect. I want to pull this off for a secret weapon. Sesame oil. It is accentuating all of the nuttiness from the sesame seeds with the nuttiness from my sesame oil. Let's give that a taste. My hoisin glazed pork chops look juicy and delicious. My sweet and sour lychee topping, out of control. I think I deserve a lychee cocktail. Using my obedient ingredient lychee, I've made a pork chop, potato, and salad dinner. Now, I'm feeling a little bit thirsty. Cheers. An everyday meal doesn't have to be boring, especially in my household. I have my cucumber lychee salad, which is almost done. My grilled pork chops just have to be pulled off the grill and topped with my sweet and sour topping with lychee. I just have to plate it all together with my potato pancakes and finish it with my lychee cocktail. Now that's refreshing.
Let's do it.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm not much of a drinker. One day, one of my bartenders in the restaurant made me this drink, and I was sold. It's a little bit of vodka, whatever your favorite vodka is. Some club soda. Nice, to give it a little summery fizz. I want to use these canned lychees. That way I can get the syrup. A little bit of cranberry juice for the sour bite. And from the can, I also use the lychee fruit. That is a great drink. perfect with my pork chops. Let me go check on them. They're still juicy and tender. They have a little bit of give when I touch them. Beautifully glazed. Nice grill marks. I have to rest my meat. If I cut into it too soon, and believe me, I want to cut into this pork chop, all the juices will run out. I want them to stay inside. Get ahead of the game a little bit. Pick some cilantro. Just gently with your fingertips, pick the leaves. They're really, really flavorful. Sort of like a citrusy, grassy herb. La la la, ba ba bum. I've separated the cucumber from the rest of our lychees marinating in the bottom with a piece of plastic wrap. In one step, we're now able to mix our salad. Put a little bit of the cilantro and just tear it. That'll start to work some of the flavors. Give it a nice stir. And I start to see all of the colors. The red chilies are giving a really nice color against the white of the lychee. And my coriander stems and my coriander leaves with the cucumber is amazing. Get a nice bang from that citrus. The rice wine vinegar is rounding it out. The cucumbers, nice and crisp. Put a little bit of salad in the bowl. I want to finish it with a little bit more cilantro leaves, just at the top to make it look nice and fresh. That really is something. So delicious looking. Wow. They're nice and warm and such a wonderful aroma. Our pork chop sit very nicely on top of that. Now it's potato and pork chop. Don't forget our sweet and sour sauce. I'm just gonna use a fancy word called nappe. It just means to spoon it gently over the top. Just gonna nappe this. Lychee, sweet and sour sauce. I see all the colors playing off of one another. Never hurts to dust it with a little bit more cilantro. Now it's really come to life in one little step. Can't wait to try this. The lychee's bursting in my mouth. It has a little bit of sour from the lime juice and the rice wine vinegar. The textures and the look and the color of the salad, delicious. So juicy and so tender. With a little bit of that hoisin glaze adds to the sweetness of the lychee. Try some of this potato cake. That's it. I'm in heaven. Cheers to me and you. Just need some music.